I think, ladies, what you guys kind of fail to realize is that the traits that men look for in women aren't really abundant in the United States. Women here are ruder, more crass, more masculine. They prioritize their career and traveling and having fun over children and family.
Today I'm reacting to a fresh and fitting video. This video is about passport bros. Passport bros, it means foreign men leaving their country to other countries to find a wife or to find ladies to have sex with.
You know, I could kick it off with a question. Yeah. We could start here and then work away. Do you know what a passport bro is?
I don't think I'm familiar.
That's fine. If you don't know, that's totally cool.
It's a modern day idea that men have that they prefer to date women from other cultures opposed to Western women and American women because the way that women act and treat their man in other countries is they prefer that over American women nowadays.
Wow.
Most women.
Okay. Was that what you were going to say too, or do you have a different definition that you want to bring to the table?
More or less, just men go to other countries because it's cheaper to women in different countries because women in different countries are cheaper to maintain.
First of all, okay, it's a yes and it's a no. If it's about sex, yes, it's cheaper. For example, here in Uganda, the prices are so different. If it's about marriage, it's very expensive. It's not cheap. These girls, they are confusing themselves with saying that they're leaving us because we are expensive. They're going to look for cheaper ladies in other countries. That's not the reason. The reason is these guys are not ready to respect the guy, are not ready to be down to earth, are not ready to let the man lead. Men have ego. Men don't want women who thinks that they can lead them. Men want to be the head.
But when men go to like Colombia and places like Medellin, and that's what you see on Passport Bros on Twitter, is men going to South America.
You see, but it's a way. The world is way bigger.
Because I have traveled. I have 2 passports. I am Colombian and from
You've been
the
to
US.
6 countries.
No, I've been to more.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you think that every guy that goes to these other countries...
I didn't say every guy. You're saying every guy.
Well, actually, you did.
No, I said
just calm down. You made a generalized statement, but you said that
I'll calm down when you calm down.
Do you hear that? You calm down. First of all, this girl right now who's speaking, she's glued. These are the girls who are making their men to run away from their country to other countries to find women who are down to earth. She's competing with the guy. She's trying to win the conversation. She's like, the guy is talking, the guy is speaking, and she's also trying to, they're like fighting over conversation. I want to win, I want to win, I want to win. This is not what a man wants. A man wants a woman who can listen and act accordingly, not like competing in conversation. Because if you compete in a conversation, there won't be any understanding. One of you has to listen. And you as a woman, you have to listen. And after this, they say that, they're leaving the country because they're cheap. No, these guys know what they want and they know where to put their money. This channel is about helping African women find falling love. If you're marriage-minded and you want tips from someone who's having a fallen partner, just subscribe to my channel because you're gonna love what I'm going to bring.
All right, you said that guys went to other countries because these girls are easier in other countries and
they're
dumber.
Cheaper. I said they're cheaper. I didn't say easier and dumber. Did you guys hear me say easier and dumber? Or did I say cheaper?
Cheaper.
Cheaper would insinuate that they're for sale.
No, that means that they're for sale. You're saying that they're for sale. It's cheaper to date women in different countries and that it's cheaper to take a woman in a different country out on a date.
She makes the situation to feel like she's not ready to listen at all. If I'm a guy, I can't date such a girl.
Depending on what country you go to. US is one of the most expensive countries in the world.
That's what I got from it.
There you go.
But you were saying?
No, I'll just let it. I'll let the chat digest that.
I feel you.
Yeah, do you want to say back to that? Or?
Well, I mean, if you've been to Tokyo, it's not that cheap. Korea, China,
You know it's not that
Germany.
cheap.
Huh?
You know it's not that cheap?
Yes, that's where I live.
Okay.
The most expensive city in the world.
You know how expensive it is
Yes.
out in Tokyo
Yes.
to take women out.
Yes.
Okay, in comparison to other countries.
Correct.
Because that's how often you do it.
How often do you do what?
Do you do what? We're talking about taking women out,
Yeah.
aren't we? Okay.
No, but he's telling you that Tokyo is the most expensive city living in the world.
In general.
The cost of living in general is the most expensive. So,
in general,
because you were saying that people go and get passports to go to places where it's cheaper to date and cheaper to do things, but Tokyo is the most expensive.
Yeah, but we were talking about dating, but I'm not going to be combative, you were saying.
That's why I'm saying that it's not about being cheap. These men know what they want.
No, you were saying.
Because you're saying that the only reason men go to other countries is because the women are cheaper.
I didn't say that was the only reason. You were asking what a passport bro is, and that's what I understand it to be.
In the context of passport bros, you said the only reason passport bros exist is to go to other countries where the women are cheaper, assuming that they're for sale.
Assuming that they're for sale?
Right.
We already went over this, but if you want to go back to it, we can.
You get it, guys? If you want to go back to it, we can. She feels like I need to win the conversation. There's no need for you to compete. So if you're a man and you have this type of a woman who's competing over conversations, of course, you can't choose her. You will have to travel to go to other countries to find a girl who can listen to you, a girl whom you're not going to fight with.
I'm not going to with you. I said it's
more
expensive.
I'd pull back too if I were you.
It's more expensive to date women. Why? Because you have an army of dudes who watch this and would suck, basically.
Whoa!
That was a strange.
That's Exhibit A as to why the passport bro movement exists in the United States of America, right there. Exhibit A and B and C and D. And
Yeah. So okay. So only 2 girls on the panel knew what passport bros were. Do you agree with her sentiment or no?
I don't think everybody does it, but yes, I agree with it. It is cheaper to take them out. It's cheaper to
Okay.
half of them. Some of them are for. We're being honest.
I've noticed,
They are.
This one is attitude is okay, is a bit okay. She's trying to cope up with the situation. Yeah, she's doing good.
I've noticed that you guys have made the comparison from a financial standpoint. But what about, and you alluded to this earlier, what about the demeanor and the, I guess, cultural and personality differences between American and Western women? What about that? You don't think that's important as well?
I already made that my point earlier.
Yeah, I know, but like, do you think that's more of a reason, or do you think it's more the finances?
I think it's both, for sure.
You think it's both?
Some guys, I don't know.
Let's say there's a magical country out there called Manumbia. Instead of Colombia, Manumbia. All right?
Bless you, Mark.
And the dudes are, most of them, let's say 80-90% of them over 6 feet tall. They make good money. They're charming and charismatic, etc. Do you think women would leave the United States where guys don't want to pay for dates and are broke and fat, etc., and go to this place? Do you think people would do that?
Yeah, that sounds like a perfect world, I guess.
What about you? Do you think women
In a
would
perfect
leave?
world.
Oh, I would leave 100%.
Okay. Would you go to this country where the men had these things?
Why, I
That I
already have a
described? No,
fiance?
not you. Not you. I'm talking to her.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, I don't need a man.
She doesn't need a man because she thinks she has everything. These are the kind of people these guys are dealing with. What if time comes and she needs a man? Do you think she can respect a man?
What about you?
If the personality is better, absolutely.
What about you? Would you go to this Manumbia?
Yes.
Yes.
What about you?
Manumbia.
Can I curse?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, I'm already married. Period.
I like her.
Yeah. I think, ladies, what you guys kind of fail to realize is that the traits that men look for in women aren't really abundant in the United States. Women here are ruder, more crass, more masculine.
Mm-hmm.
They prioritize their career and traveling and having fun over children and family. I mean, I wrote this in my book, actually, Why Women Deserve. That men are like 5th or 6th on the list. No, I'm serious. They polled women, right? And women put men in like 4th or 5th place behind traveling and getting experiences, etc., as like their priority of things that they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So in general, a majority of women don't prioritize finding a man. So think about it. If you don't prioritize something, are you really going to put your effort into retaining it?
No.
I guess
Like,
not.
are you going to actually be the best woman that you can be and protect your value and take care of a guy, etc., if it's kind of at the bottom of your list? No, you're going to prioritize other things. And I think that's kind of shown itself in modern day society, why so many guys are like, you know what, I'm going to go to a country where a woman treats me the way I feel like I need to be treated, because women here don't necessarily want to adhere to traditional traits. But I think that the problem is that women want a guy to pay for dates, be tall, be charming, be charismatic, and bring all these things to the table. But they want to be able to say, well, I'm still strong and independent. I can do my thing. Does that make sense? I saw you giving thumbs down. Why do you disagree with that?
I don't think that. I agree.
I kind of disagree with that because
I feel
guys.
like
Sure, we can go around the table.
Yeah.
Go ahead. We'll start with you first, and then we can walk through.
I just feel like it's so many things it can play on both ends. Like it's so many things to look for in a person on both ends. Like as a woman and as a man, I don't think you have to go if you prefer to go to another country to look for that. Then yeah.
Let me ask you a better question then. Who has a bigger laundry list of requirements, men or women?
Okay, to be sincere, women are so picky than men. Most times they know what they want. But you'll find out she's always pick on this. I don't want a man who has this height. I don't want a man who has this, and this. But if it comes to a man, men always know what they want. Yeah, just that these guys, they don't want to accept the truth. But this is the bitter truth. Women are so picky than men.
Are you aware that like men swipe right on like 90% of girls, whereas women only swipe right about 50% of girls? 5% of men?
When it comes to a dating app, yes, because there's all types of finicky things happening on a dating app. So yeah, we're going to be picky on who we swipe.
That's precisely my point.
But that's on a dating app.
You understand, guys?
Think about in reality, in real life, men are actually just as picky as women in real life, not on a dating app.
Okay, that is not true at all. We were talking about why men are leaving the United States. That's how the conversation started. And you guys, and I gave you guys specifically why men are leaving and going to other places to find these women. That's how the conversation started. And some of you disagree with the points that I stated as to why the men are leaving.
For dating or for let's
for both?
let's
for both.
Separate that first.
For both.
For sure. I feel like they're leaving because they can get it for an easier check. They're looking for money.
Then why are they getting? Wait, who's?
It's just
John.
projections.
Wait, what?
John, do you think?
Wait, hold on.
They're looking for money.
Who's they? We're talking about men looking for women.
But listen, you're talking about men going to different countries.
Yes.
To look for love, because in other countries there's not as much money.
So she's saying that.
No, these guys, what they don't want to accept is that men are looking for peace. They need to feel like they're loved, given a chance to lead.
Let me just summarize it one more time for you.
Here we go.
I understand that you guys are talking. Excuse me?
Continue.
You were saying, here we go? Like, what's...
Continue.
Because you didn't actually attack my point. You went right to the financial when I was very explicit in saying, well, there's other reasons too. Like, I was talking about the personality differences and the cultural differences as to why the men are leaving. You're honing in on the money,
but listen, a lot of females, they're not looking for love. They're looking for money in other world countries.
Of course.
Okay.
But at least, because women in America are looking for money too, right?
And there's not as much money in other countries.
Yeah.
So that's why men go.
But hold on.
Financially stable.
The women here are looking for money in the United States as well, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so it's everywhere. So if I'm going to spend my money, is it better for me to go ahead and get with a girl that at least I'm getting a return back on my investment, where she's actually a woman, she's feminine, she's submissive, she listens to me, she doesn't give me a headache, etc.?
He's right. He's right about that.
What I am saying is at least the man gets something in return where he's getting a lady versus another version of him. I'm saying a lot of American women are masculine. So why am I going to pay top dollar for a girl that behaves like a man when I can go to another country where she has cultural differences, she understands masculinity,
and
she understands being a lady?
And you pay like $2.
I think that also goes with
where's your respect?
$2.
Okay, so we're paying $2 for what exactly? What are we paying $2 for?
$2 is crazy.
You get tipped $2 at the strip club. But these girls aren't. You're not walking down. You're not walking down
$2 Tuesdays.
I don't know.
Like that's.
Yeah, I just don't think you see my perspective. That
do you have a passport?
Money is a component. However,
I think it's preference.
Yeah, money is absolutely a component. There's nothing wrong with that for women wanting a guy that has money. But what I'm saying is that at least the women have cultural differences that are more conducive to a successful relationship. She knows her as a woman versus in America, right? Women think that they can behave and act and treat you like a man.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
But okay, so you're saying treating you like a man. Where like
she doesn't want to accept it. She doesn't want to accept it.
It's a Western phenomenon. There's a reason why guys. That's a masculine trait right now that you've been constantly interrupting, etc. Being not agreeable, which is cool. That's fine. But understand that these are masculine traits.
But what's wrong with that?
It's annoying.
So we don't want it.
Okay, but why?
So this is where they lose it. These ladies, they want to compete with a man. If a man can do this, I can do this. This is not what men need. If it's you're speaking to your wife is talking back to you. She's not respecting you. She's making you feel bad. She's making you feel not man enough. of course you run away from your country. You look somewhere else. As an African woman, I can't compete with a man.
Because I've always
right.
wondered that too.
Because you asked earlier what's wrong with a woman standing up for herself or something like that. That was your question?
Yeah, what's wrong with a woman like arguing back?
Did you hear what's wrong with a woman arguing back? Men don't want women who are always arguing with them. They want women who listens to them.
Just like most of you, because most of you said it would annoy you, that's how men feel about women that behave like men. Why the hell would you want to be with a guy that behaves like a woman, taking all this time to get dressed, etc.? You'd be annoyed by it. Well, we're annoyed by girls that want to talk back to us, disagree with us, challenge our authority, act like be disagreeable.
But are you
men
saying
don't
that's
like
what
that.
men do?
I'm sorry?
But are you saying that's what men do?
It's an example.
What do you mean?
Okay.
What do you mean
no,
by?
I was just clarifying.
What do you mean that's what men do?
I was just clarifying.
It was like an analogy.
Because you
It's
were saying
analogy.
that women... No, yeah.
Yeah, so the same
Right.
annoyance that you would have for that guy
Yeah.
taking all this time to get dressed and being a diva,
Right.
that's how we feel about masculine women.
Okay.
I feel like those aren't
It's not attractive for you as a lady
comparable.
to behave like a man, just like it's not attractive for us to behave like a lady
Right.
when you're a
Yeah.
woman.
I can agree with
No,
that.
I get that.
So, guys, if you love this video, kindly go in a comment section and you comment the word foreign love. This is going to help our channel to move so quickly. I love you guys. My name is Madina. Love you.